elective on the one hand and appointive on the other hand is arbitrary. So it will all depend on the test that has been laid down by the U.S. Supreme Court and which has now been adopted by the Philippine Supreme Court. The test is that there should be a compelling public necessity to make the distinction. It's no longer the fourfold test by Justice Laurel in that old case. The test is now compelling state necessity to make the distinction. If Your Honor thinks that there is such a compelling state necessity, then we will reach the same conclusion.
Yes, the thing that I can see immediately, Your Honor, is the fact that an elected, for example, a senator is running for the same office. He does not have at his command, appropriations from, you might say, from the government, over which he has absolute control. In other words, unlike the cabinet member who occupies a particular department, we allocate a huge amount of money for him to run that department. More or less, once the money gets to that department, he or she would have full control in the disbursement of such funds, pursuant supposedly to the mandate of his or her department. The problem, of course, as Your Honor pointed out, early campaigning could definitely be a violation of that non-mixing of electoral ambitions and servicing our people with their basic needs, Mr. President. So I would suppose that there is a little distinction there between an appointive or an elective public official.
My only concern will be that it would look like we who are already elective officials might be favoring ourselves. It might be attacked as a self-promoting activity on our part. But otherwise, I would be willing to study a provision if this were proposed at the proper time.
Yes, so I thank Your Honor again, and please be assured of my support for the thrust of your speech. Thank you.
I am delighted, Senator Pimentel, because it comes from you. Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, Senators Santiago and Pimentel. Majority Leader.
Mr. President, I move that the speech of the Honorable Lady from Iloilo in the Republic of the Philippines be referred to the Economic Affairs Committee and the Blue Ribbon Committee. I so move, Mr. President.
Any objection? Hearing none, motion is approved.
May I ask for a 1-minute suspension to ask our members to proceed to the plenary hall for third reading? Mr. President, we'll need a quorum for that.
Session suspended.
Yung kay Noynoy tungkol sa Cavite, pwede bang Yes.
Pwede na?
We can start now.
Ready to resume, Mr. President.
Session is resumed.
Thank you, Mr. President. I believe we have a quorum to do third reading business. Senator Miriam's in the plenary hall. Mr. President, printed copies of Senate Bill number 2659 were distributed on August 13 in compliance with the 3-day rule. I move that we approve on third reading Senate Bill number 2659 and ask the Secretary to read the title of the measure and proceed with a roll call vote.
An act strengthening and rationalizing the National Prosecution Service. Roll call vote, the Honorable Senators Angara, Aquino, Arroyo, Biazon, Cayetano Alan Peter Compañero, Cayetano Compañera Pia, Defensor Santiago, Ejercito Estrada, Escudero, Gordon, Honasan, Lacson, Lapid, Legarda, Madrigal, Pangilinan, Pimentel Jr., Revilla, Rojas, Trillanes, Villar, Subiri, Senate President, and Rillen.
With 13 affirmative votes, 0 negative votes, 0 abstention, Senate Bill number 2659 is hereby approved in third and final reading.
Thank you, Mr. President. We'd like to acknowledge the prosecutors that are here today, the Office of the Chief State Prosecutor led by Attorney Phil Aspe. They're here with us. Congratulations are in
Welcome
order
to the
them.
Senate and congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, printed copies of House Bill number 5285 were distributed as well on August 13, compliance with the 3-day constitutional requirement. I move that we approve on third reading House Bill number 5285. Ask the Secretary to read the measure and proceed with the roll call.
An act declaring August 10 of every year a special non-working holiday in San Jose City, province of Nueva Ecija. Honorable Senators Angara, Aquino, Arroyo, Biazon, Cayetano, Alan Peter Compañero, Cayetano Compañera Pia, Defensor Santiago, Ejército Estrada, Escudero, Gordon, Honasan, Lacson, Lapid, Legarda, Madrigal, Pangilinan, Pimentel Jr., Revilla, Rojas, Trillanes, Villar, Subiri, Senate President.
With 13 affirmative votes, 0 negative votes, 0 abstention, Senate Bill number 5285 is hereby approved on third and final reading.
Thank you, Mr. President.